Hey Brambleton, it's Miss Gauss, and today I just wanted to sit down and chat with you about an amazing book that I just finished reading. It has a super long title, so hold on, I wrote it down to make sure I tell you what it is correctly. It's called Resist, 35 Profiles of Ordinary People Who Rose Up Against Tyranny and Injustice by Veronica Chambers. This book was really short with a very long title, but in it you meet 35 different people who were change makers throughout our society and throughout history. There were people like Rachel Carson who fought for the environment, people that you might already know like Galileo or Frederick Douglass, Ida B. Wells, Harriet Tubman. But then there were also people that are less well known like Hedy Lamarr, who was one of the most interesting people to me, who was a World War II era actress, but she became an inventor during World War II and invented technology that helped both the Navy and the Army, and is even actually used in our cell phone technology today, which is pretty cool. One of my favorite things about the book is that at the beginning of each chapter, there was an inspiring quote by the person whose life story or a snippet of their life story was featured in the chapter. And at the end of each chapter, there was what the author calls a #resist lesson, where she sort of summarizes how we can use the inspiration of that person in our everyday life. My favorite one, and you'll see why it's my favorite in a second, was about a woman named Lucretia Mott, who was an abolitionist and a women's rights activist in the 1800s. And in her story, she and Elizabeth Cady Stanton become the first women to host the first women's rights activist convention in Seneca Falls, New York in 1848. And all of these amazing things happened in her life because she read a book. It's amazing. Maybe I'm a little bit biased, but the lesson in that one is books that we read can change the world, which I just love. It was a really awesome book. Again, it's called, Resist, 35 Profiles of Ordinary People Who Rose Up Against Tyranny and Injustice by Veronica Chambers. And I read it through Hoopla. If you don't know what Hoopla is, I'll put a link in the description bar to both the public library website and a video I did about Hoopla a couple of days ago, so you can check that out. And I highly recommend this if you like reading nonfiction books, or even if you just like reading about inspiring people and their stories. So again, that's Resist, 35 Profiles of Ordinary People Who Rose Up Against Tyranny and Injustice. I got it. And let me know if you like it. Bye.